You know, a win is a win and a goal is a goal. I don't care if they're both penalties. Way to go get the win, boys, versus a pretty mid-table, even level team. So that was very good to see, especially because we're missing a few players. Players are just coming back from injuries. Speaking of players coming back from injuries, it looks like Nico Karst is still going to be another few weeks. He's yet to train with the team. Grazo, however, in the positive news, is questionable with his hamstring now, not just an out. So he should be back soon. No update on Daniel. So we'll see how that all goes. But it was a good game, well, as far as result-wise, but let's move on. Passes. A lot of passes behind the players. That was really frustrating. Players would make runs, and just from behind them, Cade especially had to deal with that. I'm not saying Cade had the bad passes. Cade actually made really good runs, and they kept going behind him. Saw it on multiple occasions. Cade actually did give one away on combo, which is funny that I think about it now. But sloppy giveaways in the middle, too. We weren't moving as much. We looked either more tired or just the way the subs went out. Not a lot of movement off the ball, which really hurt us and gave them a lot of pressure and counter. So that's something that we need to work on, because we're really good at it in our defensive third and early on, but just working forward. Still no open play goal. Would have been nice to see that, and not just 2 penalties, but hey, a win's a win. Hudson was really reactionary on offense. Like, I would see someone get a ball, and then he would run to the space, and it was the right place to run, but he wasn't running there early. He was reacting every time, and he was working hard, which I love, but sometimes you gotta be ahead of the game and not just reacting to what's happening in front of you. Soft penalty. I think the second one on Baldissimo, that was a soft penalty. Yeah, it was kind of a foul, but like the guy kind of was looking for it, and I don't know. It was a soft penalty. We ended up winning the game, but I guess they could complain about theirs in the hand and being a new natural position law. So, you know, it goes both ways, but we ended up winning the game, so it's all right. And then a dumb challenge at the end of the game to give a free kick away when there's a wall of people in front of him to challenge him from behind. Very dumb challenge. We're lucky JT was able to have it and Hector Herrera didn't put it in. But let's move on to the positives. Christian Espinoza, you don't even have to say it, was the main man working up and down. Their whole left side was their best side. It was their main attack. You can check out the Houston Dynamo podcast, Houston Dynamo Pod, I think, where me and a few of the other TikTok takes guys, well, it was Abram, but we guest appeared and we talked about, they said their left side was going to be good, and it's our right side that we attacked on. So that was a good little battle, seeing Christian get up and down. He's going to be gassed. Still found in some amazing crosses. His crosses are getting better and better every game. That was an unbelievable performance by Christian Espinoza. And another one, Jackson Yule. Creative, willing to move, and I don't like that we put him in that defensive mid role again, especially when Baldissimo's there, but I do like it from an offensive point of view because he was able to get the ball and move it for us. He was creative, he was calm on the ball, he was doing good things, and it's good to see Miro back as well. I think that really helped out, but Jackson Yule especially impressed me, on top of Christian Espinoza, man of the match, no question about it. He was unreal. I can't say enough about him. The reason I'm not saying too much about him is because I think everyone already knows how incredible that was. The work rate, the crossing in, the shots. It was actually, yeah, the shot that went through, I think Stuber is his name. His hands. Really great to see from Espinoza again, and the captain Jackson. Ooh. And my final one is from Coach Lucci. I love putting Tanner in and making it a 3-back, really a 5-back. Defensive and not just sitting back and waiting for it. Like changing up the tactics, willing to change different things and try different things out. Really good job by Lucci. Let's move on to the unsung moment of the match. This actually goes to Jackson Yule for me. There was a play, I think like 60th minute. He sprinted all the way up, we lose the ball, he pressures it, we win it back, and then immediately we lose it. He sprints back, and he may foul the guy, but he loses it. Just the captain getting up and down the field late in the match when he's tired, and just inspiring the team, especially when they had a big spell of possession for those minutes. But we can move on to the unsung player of the game. I've been mentioning about him for the last like 2 minutes nonstop. Jackson Yule. Great job from the captain, looking free-flowing, creative, good little touches, cool little skill moves, doing a lot of stuff on the ball to get us further up, something that Baldissimo isn't really able to do. He works hard and he does great tackles, but carrying the ball forward for us is something Jackson Yule did, and he worked on both ends. So the captain gets the unsung player of the game for me as well. Let's move on to some fan questions. First one comes from Local Nightmare. Thoughts on Pens? I know you're coming for the Levi game. Like I said, first one was, you could argue that was annoying for them because kind of natural position with the hand, but not really. So I think the one on us was super soft. I don't really remember the second one, but I feel like it was a penalty on them as well. Would have liked to see some open play goals, but a win's a win, so I'm not even really mad about it, especially at home. And I'm planning to come to the Levi game. I'm trying to bring some friends up with me too. I'm hoping to roll deep on this. I hope everyone comes. It's the best game of the year, so I would really, really be bummed if I miss it. I doubt it. I doubt I'll miss the game. I hope to see you there too. Thanks for asking. Is a football lifer asking me Rodriguez to CDM? I like the shout. From a defensive point of view, obviously having that big body, winning the aerial balls, winning that secondary ball, and then just a good presence, knows how to tackle, and then we've seen him make the runs forward. But the thing is with the runs forward, I think he's good in that moment where he's a center back and he has that space to operate in. He's just a big body and he makes good options. And yeah, he's been getting on the end of crosses, but I think defensively, center back is his position. He knows how to position himself. He knows how to position other teammates. And then offensively, I think we've seen him go on those runs, and that's where we can see it. I don't think he's the type of guy to like find the space, and I don't think he's very agile constantly the way we can move with Carrezo and maybe Baltissimo, Judson, Yule, Montero, kind of like a midfielder runs. And I don't think he'll get the ball and create that space and do the quick little moves, get out of those tight spaces. But I see where you're at, and it's a good idea. But I like him more as center back.